Replay Guitar Exchange is your premier independent guitar store. Being independent is good. With all of the major brands, including new, vintage, and pre-owned, you can find the guitar, bass, amp, or accessory you are dreaming of. From vintage to the newest models, Replay Guitar Exchange can help you find that perfect piece. They have industry veteran expert staff, all players like you down to the owner. You aren't just getting a great guitar, you're getting the Replay difference. Find them online at replayguitar.com and find your dream guitar today.
Hey ladies, Sass Pants Designs will take that rock shirt that everyone has and make it your own in a flattering, sassy, and simple way. There are one-of-a-kind tank tops, lace-up tees, and tube top dresses already in stock. Check out the online store at sasspantsdesigns.com and like Sass Pants Designs on Facebook for special offers and custom orders. That's sasspantsdesigns.com, sasspantsdesigns.com. Sass Pants will make you the envy of the party.
Vinny Tortorich here. Hey man, if you're a fan of Izzy, you might be a fan of me too. I'm the guy that gets people to lose a lot of weight. I have something free for you guys. This is no clickbait. Just go to vinnytortorich.com and there's a big banner. It's a free PDF, how to lose weight. It's an intro guide to NSNG at vinnytortorich.com. Go check it out exclusively for anyone who listens to Izzy Presley. Thank you.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Yes, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. And hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and it's always good to be seeing Izzy Presley here on another fucking podcast. Hope everybody's having a great day. Greetings from Edmonton. Oh, my God. We got hosers checking in already. I like this. Make sure you hit me up at Real Izzy Presley. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And, of course, the Facebook page for the show is another effing podcast. And make sure you guys hear me every morning, Monday through Friday, 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. California time on the Monsters of Rock channel. On the Dash Radio Network, we are live via satellite every day. It is awesome. Great channel, guys. Check that out. We got Chips Enough doing weekends. We got Rudy Sarzo doing a show every weekend. We have the Three Sides of the Coin radio show every weekend. 2 hours of Kiss. It is amazing. Check that out. Dash Radio app. It is free satellite, people. Check it out. And then, of course, if you want to support the show, you absolutely can. You can buy t-shirts, go to the Facebook pages, hit that shop now button. Yes, we got the Loyal Minion t-shirts. Yes, we got the I'm Huge in Sheboygan t-shirts. But we also have the I Love Van Hagar t-shirts. We have the I Don't Want Your Fucking CD t-shirts. Oh, what else do we got? For all you wrestling geeks out there, we have the Bobby Heenan Tip of the Hat, you know, the Cretinous Humanoid t-shirts. We got all those. So check all of those out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining me in studio this fine evening. It was kind of a last minute thing. It was like, hit him up a couple days ago. It's like, dude, you should come on the show because I saw you just did another podcast. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get the brother in, ladies and gentlemen, from Beasto Blanco, Mr. Brother Latham.
How the hell are you effing podcasters? You know, that is something that can go, I think, in any, just effing. Awesome. Throw it in the middle of any word you want, right?
I agree.
I love that effing idea.
Well, my thing was, it's like, everybody's got a fucking podcast. So what is this? It's another fucking podcast.
Yeah, I'll have an effing beer. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. Don't get me started this early.
No, thanks for having me, brother.
Dude, it's an honor, man. Oh my God, Scotty's checking. We got 2 hosers checking in already. Scotty from Canada and Bruce, of course.
Effing hosers.
Effing hosers. And you grew up very close to Canada as well.
Yes, I did.
I didn't even know that. I was going to ask you about this when we started going, but you're an Alaska kid.
I'm an Alaska kid, man. Yeah, I love it. It's a, you could probably relate. It's a definite culture transition being from, where you're from and from where I'm from. being here in Los Angeles, don't you think?
Right, absolutely. Philadelphia represent Phil Suzuki. However the fuck you say your name, Phil. I apologize. Welcome to the show. It's good to see you. What part of Alaska were you in?
I grew up outside of Anchorage in a little town called Berg Creek. It's real close to Girdwood, which is probably even more known than Berg Creek. But little teeny hole-in-the-wall place with just massive mountains and bears and wolves and fish and rivers, all that shit.
Well, thankfully you didn't have a cell phone, so you didn't try to take a selfie with the bear. Did you see that story?
No.
Oh, my God. It was in, I think it was somewhere in the Middle East or India or whatever, where they actually have bears, believe it or not. And this wedding party stopped because they all had to take a leak. And all of a sudden there was this bear, and this guy decided that I'm going to take a selfie with the bear. Yeah, he's dead. He got mauled.
I'm effing speechless right now. What was this? What was he effing thinking?
I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but look at the pretty bear. I'm going to take a picture with it. Yeah, not a smart idea there, buddy.
No, my God, that's suicidal. Maybe he already had a death wish, and he said, "This is
Possibly.
And he had an insurance claim that he wanted to leave to his family, and suicide, was one of those disclaimers,
Well, I think he went about it all wrong. It's like if they hit you up on the internet, first they start with, "I'm a prince and I can give you this amount of money." If you would have took that approach with the bear
doesn't give a shit.
That's a lot of honey.
It's a lot of honey.
It's a lot of honey. I mean, you give a bear $1 million, you can buy a lot of honey.
Hey, boo boo.
And salmon.
And salmon.
That's right. That is right. Were you a hockey kid growing up?
I was. I played briefly, but I was a big fan of going to the sport. I mean, since it's such a small area where I grew up, all the local high schools were like the all-star players on TV and whatnot. So, I mean, those were the main games we got to watch, plus the Alaska Aces, which are no longer there. But, yeah, absolutely. Grew up watching hockey, playing hockey. It was the PE of what we did.
Yeah, and you guys had the WCHA team because St. Cloud, where I'm from, that was WCHA as well. So yeah, good times. Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks everybody. That was a great show.
Yeah,
talk a little hockey. At what point do you get into guitar?
I got into guitar. Let's see here. I was just talking about this the other day. What got me into guitar, I heard Diary of a Madman about a year after it came out. And it mesmerized me. And so I was like, okay, well, what is this? So I started digging deeper into what Ozzy was doing, and then obviously learning about Randy Rhoads and going, oh my God, this guy's wonderful. So I was like, you know what, I want to pick up the guitar. And so that's what I did. There's some other friends of mine in school who were playing guitar as well, so that was a bit of an inspiration and competition at the same point.
Oh, of course.
And the more I was diving in and listening to this music and getting inspired by it and learning it, it just hooked me.
What do you remember? What your first guitar was?
My very first guitar. First guitar was a Hohner Classical nylon string.
Wow.
Which I still have. And then
nobody does. Nobody's got their first guitar, so that mesmerizes me that you still have it.
Oh yeah. No, my pops got me that, and I didn't even want guitar at that time when he bought me that. I wanted to be a drummer. And then after playing guitar, that was what I learned on. I spent a summer printing T-shirts, made some money, and got my first electric guitar, Takamine. I'm forgetting the model, E100 or something like that, which I still have as well. Those are my two first.
Wow, dude, that's amazing.
So yeah,
I think mine was my mom got it out of the JCPenney's catalog, whatever that brand was, and it was basically a piece of plywood.
Yeah. I remember those. Yeah.
But she did. I wanted the one that looked like a 335 because one of the reasons I started playing guitar, obviously Ace Frehley is the main reason, but that fucking scene, the Johnny B. Good scene in Back to the Future.
You're talking about the gym scene, right?
Yeah,
dude, it was legendary, right?
Oh, I know. It's like, oh my God, I want that guitar. I want to do that.
Well, it could have been the other way around. You could be like, oh my God, I really love Michael J. Fox. Yeah, I know that's what you were probably really thinking.
Well, yeah, he did have that DeLorean.
Yeah, he did. And he rode a skateboard really well.
Yes, he did. And being a Republican on TV probably is really good with money.
Maybe.
Well, family ties. Yeah.
Was it Family Ties?
It was Family Ties.
Yes, it
yes.
was.
Yes. Gunter. That's right. Gunter checking in. How you doing, buddy? Effing damn right. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's good to see you, Gunter.
Hey, Gunther, what's up, brother?
Good to see your name. I've known Gunter for a long, long time. Diary of a Madman. Let's talk about Diary of a Madman. Did you ever learn that? Did you ever learn the song, which I consider his masterpiece?
Yes, I did. It was the second song I ever attempted to learn on guitar. And I got a majority of it down before my instructor at that time had moved on to another gig. And just recently I picked it up again and learned the solo. And I posted it and just thinking, okay, I'm going to just shit the bed on this thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So I'm going to take a shot at it, man. What a great fucking song it
Right,
is.
right. So you learned that on the nylon string?
On the nylon originally,
Wow.
yeah. And then I got my electric, and so it was a lot easier going to the electric, of course, because it's not as wide
Yeah.
as the frets and whatnot. But, man, what a great song. I mean, it is a masterful piece. And then years later, coming into college and playing, studying music in college and being part of a classical guitar ensemble, I was learning these exercises. I forget, it was a book of them, and I'm forgetting who the guy was, someone from the 1800s or 1700s. That was one of the exercises that Randy was learning, and he got that idea
Really?
from. Yeah. Yeah, Fernando, I'm forgetting the guy's name, but there's a book of 15, songs of sheet music that you can learn, and it's just an exercise. And that is one of them.
Holy shit. I did not know that. See, folks, we're learning stuff here
Yeah,
on this podcast every day.
I didn't know it either, and I'm learning. I'm going, wait a minute, this is Diary of a Madman. And then sure enough, that whole intro and all that's that exercise, and he turned it
Holy
into something
shit.
wonderful,
Oh, Bruce says, great job at Alice's Christmas pudding. Glad I don't have to travel as far to see you in Edmonton in April.
Right on, Bruce. Is that Bruce Gillespie by
It
chance?
is. It
Oh, boy. Yeah, you got some trouble here now, but you got a good listener here. He's a good fan.
Oh, he's in here all the time. It's one of the, I don't think he has a T-shirt yet, Bruce.
Come on, Bruce. Get your shit together, brother.
Hey, look, if you guys don't want to fucking buy T-shirts, just send me the money. IzzyPresley@yahoo.com is your PayPal. You can donate to the show. I'm not proud. I will take your money.
And you can send it to my house at P.O. Box, and I'll make sure he gets the money, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, okay.
At least a cut.
Okay. Oh, shit. Before we move forward, I do have to talk about this because I forgot about it in the intro. Next Wednesday night, Soundcheck Live returns on the 30th at Lucky Strike, and Nuno Betancourt is the guest curator. So,
What a wonderful guy to watch.
Have you been down there for when he was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's always been I've never attempted to sit down and learn anything from him because I'm more just fascinated by watching him and hearing what he does on that instrument. He's so effing good. And I don't say that to,
You can say fuck. It's okay.
Okay. He's so fucking good. He is that good.
Yeah, it's insane. Watch it, and especially what he does when he's at Lucky, because it's not what you would expect. I mean, fucking last time he brought Nancy Wilson.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, are you kidding me? But yeah, dude, if you guys come on down, it is no cover, and it is amazing. Lucky Strike Live. Oh, speaking of Ferlazzo usually pops in onto the show about a week out.
Brother Steve.
From Soundcheck, just so I can, he wants to remind me to plug it.
Well, I'll plug it. I mean, it's such a cool event. Steve, I got to tell you, brother, you really put this up. I mean, your whole team, all you guys, just being a part of that and being a guest or just coming up as a player. It's so much fun. And as being in the audience is just as much fun because it's such a surprise to who's going to be popping up and the talent that, I mean, every one of the players that come up there are damn good.
But the true star of the show, it's the host. It's the MC. It's the mega host.
Is that Kim? It's Kim, right?
Yes, it's Kim.
Okay.
It's Kim.
Right,
it's Kim. Now that would be me, ladies and gentlemen. Ferlazzo, we have to know. Did you sample the Sinatra Blend Black Jack Daniels yet? That's the important question I need to know. And if it's not gone, bring some next Wednesday. All right. It was my Christmas present to him. I gave him a bottle of the Sinatra Blend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You got to take care of those that take care of me. You know what I'm saying?
If nobody, doesn't know Izzy here, you wouldn't think that he'd have like this kind of, je ne sais quoi, whatever that French word is, man, in him. But yeah, shit.
Dude, in the words of Sebastian Bach, dude, there was Jack Daniels and cocaine. All right, so back to the nylon string guitar. Did you dabble in classical? Have you fucked around with that at all?
I did. When I coming down from Alaska, I came down here, went to college, and studied music. And in part of that, I had to take classes, obviously, and so there was going to be piano or guitar, and so there was classical guitar. So I joined a classical guitar ensemble through the process of learning classical guitar. And we got to play with the other college orchestras, and we did all these tours up and down, to different schools through California and into Oregon, doing all sorts of concerts. It was really cool.
Do you still dabble in the classical?
Not like that. It's something that I would like to dabble in a little bit more, but right now I'm whatever inspires me to want to pick up and play. That's what I'm digging into.
Because I would think, because I can play fucking 8 chords. That's why I have an Ace Frehley tribute band. But I would think jumping into like a classical thing is one of the reasons that like Randy used to do is because he always loved learning. But how that would affect your electric playing and how it would grow you. I mean, you fucking wail already. I mean, not that.
Thank you, brother.
Not that you need it, but you know what I'm saying.
It absolutely it does. In a lot of aspects, I think if you want to learn how to read some music, that is definitely a good way to do it. And learning different ways of chords and voicings of chords on the guitar, that really opens up some doors for that you can absolutely apply to being a electric guitar player, rock. You can take that in all different facets as seen.
Would you say Rhodes is your biggest influence then?
Rhodes is definitely one of the top. I mean, I have so many influences since I'm such a huge fan and listener
and
of
I'm
music.
Sorry I asked it that way. I feel like such a hack. So who's your influences?
Excuse me, before I was so rudely interrupted by this hack. Yes, Rhodes was definitely one of my influences. Also, Vivian Campbell, the earlier days when he was playing with Dio, he was a huge influence for me, picking up new ideas and new licks and whatnot. And a lot of other guitar players, I never sat down and learned any. I was just told the other day that, I had a little bit of Gilmour-esque in my playing, and I've never sat down and learned, but I take that as the hugest compliment because I'm such a huge fan of David Gilmour and just been a listener my whole life.
All right. Bruce wants to know, is any classical riffs make it onto the third record?
Classical riffs. They'll be classics, I can promise you that. I don't know if they're going to be classical riffs per se. No, Bruce, to answer that question, no classical riffs, I should say.
All right. So what point do you get out here to Los Angeles?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
At what point do you move out here to Los Angeles?
I came out here in beginning of 87.
Wow. How old were you?
I was, how old was when I came down here? I was 16, 17 years old when I moved down here. And been doing it ever since.
So you got to experience the Strip when it was the Strip.
Yes.
Because you were underage, but still.
Yeah, no, it was, man, what a lifestyle that was, too. I mean, that's when Chuck and I met, too. I mean, he was one of the first people I met when I moved here. And we would go down to the... It was so fucking cool back then because you can literally, you had this whole pay-to-play thing back then. So if you're in a band, you had to buy these tickets, you had to sell these tickets just to get on any stage here.
Yeah.
But it was no big deal because it was so crowded down there that to get into a club, all you had to do was stand out front with your tickets, and people just, how much? And you can just sell your tickets. Just getting into the Gazzarri's or Roxy was no big deal. But the crowds of the people and just you didn't have to go into a club. You can just be out on the sidewalks having a blast with thousands of people. I mean, it's like that every weekend. Yeah,
it's insane. Do you have any memories of like shows that kind of pop out? I mean, if you're down there every fucking weekend, obviously, there's a lot of them. But if there's anything that just kind of sticks out to you,
let's see. There was. Well, it wasn't necessarily on the Strip, but there was a club called the Country Club that was in Reseda that it was one of the bigger stages to play at that time here. And so I got to see, not just play there and play with, I got to, with King's X, I got to do gigs with them.
Oh, man.
Who else? I was playing in a band called Pandemonium at the time, and we were on Metal Blade, and there was another, it was King's X, Killer Giants, all sorts of bands coming in and out of there, but also getting to see the first incarnations of Guns N' Roses. Motley Crue was still, I mean, they were already, getting, the popularity was pretty big, but they were still doing these little one-offs at these gigs because they weren't at that point. So it was getting to see bands like that and whatnot was really fucking cool, man.
I moved out here 5 years ago, and growing up in central Minnesota, it's like you have these visions of what you think these clubs are, especially after watching The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2.
And yeah, in fact, we're in that.
Really?
Yeah, Pandemonium's in that.
Really?
No joke.
Are you like one of the talking to people?
Actually, no. It's the brother. The band was three brothers, so the three brothers are actually in that series talking about what it was like. Because at the time, Pandemonium was they were huge here in L.A. and it was Motley Crue and Poison and all these bands were opening for them, and they were coming up with Metallica, believe it or not, on Metal Blade.
Holy shit!
So they were talking about that whole scene and just, the bands like Paradise and all these things. I remember reading BAM Magazine, and everybody who knows that area, BAM Magazine was like your go-to magazine because it was just bands, what night you're playing. And if you could get that one big ad on the, somewhere in that magazine, you knew you made it at that time, right?
Right. Oh, my God. Well, I remember, because I used to read, Metal Edge and Hip Raider. Hip Raider's coming back, by the way.
Thank God. What a great... I loved that.
And Matt Pinfield's involved with it, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, Matt. I know you're not listening, but
good job, Matt.
He's on the mend. He got hit by a car.
Okay, that makes my whole back injury right now
right.
Very minor.
I was doing background in the show called Paradise City, and Matt was on set and doing something, wearing a Hip Parade shirt. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then we have a mutual friend, so I went up to say hi. He's like, hey, Izzy, how you doing? It's good to meet you. Podcast, blah, 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 blah. Take my number. I'm like, oh, all right.
All right.
Like 2 days later, the fucker gets hit by a car. It's like, okay, I jinxed him.
Did you call him?
No. I texted him, the night that we met, I texted him so he had my number, but I just met him. I didn't want to text him. He's laid up in the hospital. Hey, man, how you doing?
Why'd the chicken cross the road?
Scotty wants to know what band at the time blew you away.
At that time, let's see. Well, I definitely have to say King's X was one of the top, man. Those guys were...
They still are.
They really are. They're so fucking good. There was another band, actually, that it was the 80s hair metal, but there was a local band called Brunette around that time that I really dug. They really had a great show together. There was a lot of good bands. There was two versions of Paradise, so there was Paradise and then Paradise, but both bands, they rocked. Who else was really hitting at that time? Warrant was just coming up at that time, they were always really, really good to go see at Gazzari's or Roxy.
I'm sorry, Janie Lane is one of the most underrated motherfuckers that the rock and roll has ever seen.
Yeah.
Songwriting, the vocals. I mean, fuck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, good. They were a good band, man. They really were. They really had their shit together.
Nice, very nice. Did the country club? Did that turn into Paladinos?
No.
Oh, okay.
The country club, I think now is a church. I think. It was its own. It was its own club for that whole time. What was cool about it too, especially if you were selling your tickets and doing whatever you had to do to get in there to play. It had a really cool backstage, and I think the promoter at that time was Whoa Nelly. I think it was what her name. I know that was her, Nelly something. I don't know, but Whoa Nelly Productions is what it was. But she treated all the bands really cool. So you had your backstage, and you actually had some condiments back there. Not condoms, condiments with some
what are
soda.
condoms?
Right? Exactly. Sodas, just whatever traits, little fruit platters. I mean, but when you're out there busting your ass and having that, you're like, wow, this is really cool.
Well, yeah, because you don't fucking... I've heard the stories. I don't know how broke all the fucking musicians were back then.
Yeah.
Pat Fontaine from XYZ, first time he was on the show, he's like, dude, if you wanted to meet a rock star, you didn't go to the bar.
No.
You went to Rock and Roll Ralph's at like 2 o'clock in the morning in the spaghetti aisle.
Yeah, very true. It's very true. Shit. You'd see Billy Sheehan, all sorts of guys that would just be walking in and out of the grocery stores, mind you. Yeah.
Yeah, with their cart full of fucking SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, exactly.
And ramen.
Right. And a bag of diapers.
And a bag of diapers. Nothing's ever going to top that fucking picture of Danzig walking out with a bag of kitty litter.
Right? Yeah, it just shows you that, rock stars, they do have a life outside of being a rock star,
Oh, my God. Who the fuck is trying to bug me? I'm on the air, God damn it. Who is it? Troy Patrick Farrell is bugging me. You know Troy?
I've never met Troy, but we have a very good mutual friend. I think Troy is a good friend with Ryan Green, our producer. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, Troy does have the best smelling hair in rock and roll.
I'm fascinated now. You've intrigued me.
When you meet him, you hug him, and you hug a girl. You kind of sniff the hair a little bit. You have to do it with Troy. It smells so good.
All right, Troy. We haven't met, brother.
Yeah,
but
you're getting a big hug from Brother Latham here.
And that's just to smell your hair, man.
Did you take brother because of brother love?
I did not. I got dubbed this name. So Chuck and I had a band some years ago, and our management at that time, they just always Brother Latham, hey, Brother Latham, and so it just stuck. So I've had this moniker for quite some time, and I just said, what the hell, just keep it rolling.
I like the brother love story better. I love you. You remember that guy?
No.
WWF back in the
day?
Yes. Brother love, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, see, I can't top his story, man. Mine's more plain Jane, but...
No, actually, I like yours better. But if it was an old school wrestling geek reference, it would just be like, yeah.
Well, is he still around?
Not. He's like behind the scenes.
All right.
But he's alive.
All right, because I was going to say maybe I have to take his story and
there you go.
Up a little bit.
I was actually Brother Love.
Yeah, exactly. In the miniature form, I was the doll version.
Were you a wrestling geek growing up?
I was. I was. State and all that. I mean, not W. I mean, real wrestling.
Real. I was going to say who had the territory up there, but we can't get into that conversation because you didn't like that.
Well, I dabbled and I watch it, but being a wrestler, I was like, this shit's fake. But then I met guys when I moved down here who were doing that, and I would watch them do it, and I'm like, holy fuck, these guys are the best in shape stuntmen.
Yeah.
What they put their bodies through is fuck that.
So you survived real wrestling without cauliflower ears.
Correct.
Props on that.
Yes, I wore those helmets, man.
I worked with so many wrestlers back in my bartending days. They're all the bouncers. The college wrestling team it was wrestlers and football players were bouncers, and every wrestler just fucking cauliflower ears. But the hardest working motherfuckers that we had.
Yeah. I mean, you got it, man. If you're gonna do that sport, it's. I've played quite a few sports, and that was the one. I mean, the practices and that, they were every day, 4 hours a day, and you have to keep your life going in whatever schooling or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
It's grueling, and but to be able to run 16 miles and not be winded, no problem. I mean, I was in the best shape of my life.
16 miles?
That was a daily thing.
I can barely run down the block.
Dude, I can barely walk up your steps right now.
Well, yeah, but you're a gimp right now.
This is true.
Pulled this awesome old man move. He bent over to pick something up, and his back went out.
Come on. You got to juice up the story a little bit more than that, right?
I know. Well, have you thought of a good story for it?
No, I've been in too much fucking pain, man. I did have some, through my... when you're in pain, you can have these hallucination kind of moments, and one of them was like, okay, so this is those puzzles, like the chain puzzles. You got to try to figure out how to get the chain off of things.
Yeah.
So when your back is out and it's really out, and you just want to try to get out of bed, there's combinations you got to try to find without, and you'll know it when you don't find it because you get this big shock of pain going through your whole body. That okay, no, I got to try another combination. So you'd find that I probably got it down to about 12 points of movement and about 40 minutes to get my ass out of bed last week.
Oh,
it was
shit.
At some point, I just gave up. I said, I can't figure out this puzzle.
Oh, it's insane. You need to jump on this bandwagon, the DDP yoga.
DDP yoga.
Diamond Dallas Page, the wrestler. It's actually not really yoga, but every time I do it, my back cracks.
Really?
Oh, it's amazing.
All right, DDP yoga, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. DDPY. You know what else is awesome? Beater amplification, ladies and gentlemen. Beater amplification. That's 2 E's. Beeter. Hand-wired, hand-built, 100 watts of testicular fortitude. Pull 2 tubes and you got yourself a 50, so you're down to 1 nut. But it still works amazing.
1 nut.
1 nut. A 1 nut amp instead of a 2 nut amp. So pull 2 tubes. Anyways, I'm trying to be funny.
It's kind of like a Volkswagen.
Yeah, exactly. 3 channels. You got your old school Metallica channel. You got your old school AC/DC channel, and you got that old school clean Fender tone as well. So check those guys out. Beater amplification. Also, check out John Palumbo Design, folks. We love us some John Palumbo. You need something designed. You need a website. You need logos. You need anything. Hit up John Palumbo Design, one of the nicest guys in the music business that I met. And now he's on the design side as well. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We are going to take a short little break. And we'll come back with Brother Latham, and we'll get into his relationship with Chuck Garrick, the secret one, of course, too.
Yeah.
And we'll talk some Beasto Blanco and talk some new Beasto Blanco,
Yay.
which I'm rather excited about. It is another fucking hit that podcast. RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com. Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level with their tees and tanks for men and women. They also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
Retro Arcade brings Minnesota and surrounding areas arcade games from the days gone by. All of those great games from pizza joints and arcades are available in cocktail units and custom machines. Dozens of favorites from your youth in one machine to complete your game room or man cave. Retro Arcade also sells and services your favorite pinball machines. Find them at facebook.com/80arcade. That's facebook.com/80arcade. Retro Arcade. Your youth is just one click away.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tom Arnold. I like fat women and cocaine. And you're listening to Izzy Presley here on another fucking podcast. And I know Izzy from Cocaine Anonymous meetings. I've actually seen him at the meetings with Ace Von Johnson from, I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but Ace has got a bad coke problem. And his sponsor is Josh Todd from, and again, I shouldn't say this out loud, but Josh is his sponsor for Buck Cherry. He's addicted to upskirt porn. And they're both being sponsored by the Eagles. The whole band, the Eagles. Anyways, another fucking podcast right here with Izzy Presley, and call your sponsor. Fucking A.
You know, Craig Gass made me so many of those goddamn liners, but I can't not play that one. It's just so fucking hilarious.
I just learned something. Ace, we have to talk, buddy. Call me, man. Text me, dude. I mean, seriously.
Oh my God, Brother Latham from Beasto Blanco is in the house, and but really quick, A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division, folks. These guys can laser engrave anything. They're based out of Central Minnesota. He does a lot of gun shows, and he can laser engrave anything on a gun. But this guy's so good, he actually laser engraved a hot dog
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. he wanted to try it, and it worked.
I was wondering what that is on my ass.
Oh, my God. So let's talk some Beasto, but let's talk about you and Chuck. You said you met Chuck in the 80s.
Yeah. So when I came from Alaska, Chuck just moved as well from Tahoe. And I had a job at a record store, and he came walking in one night looking for a job. And next thing I know, that same night, I was knocking on, he was staying in a little motel over off Ventura in Studio City, and knocked on the door with a 12-pack of beer. Hey, you want a beer? And, man, we've been buddies ever since.
So he was, 50 and you were 16?
Yes. He was, we were both like, I think he was 10 at that time, and I was just turning 12.
Okay.
So.
Well, I thought he was about 40 years older than everybody else. Chuck, I'm kidding. I think you're swell.
Hey, watch out, man.
Oh, no, Chuck's great, man.
Best abs in rock are going to come out, you want to see those things pumped up. They'll fire you up.
So how long did it take before you two actually started working together?
Some years went by. The friendship was always really strong in there, and, Chuck was doing a lot of stuff with, at that time he'd went out with L.A. Guns, and he was staying pretty busy as his career as a player was really starting to take off. And he was doing some writing of some songs, and at that time, he's like, hey, I got these songs, and I need someone to play guitar. And so I came in, and I was like, let's play. And it turned into something really cool. And then, of course, as his career was taking off more, he was on the road more and doing stuff. And then we ended up picking it up again when Beasto started, and that, and that's when Calico got involved as well. And so 3 of us just got this, when we went in to do these songs, we only had, I think, 3 or 4 songs at the time. Didn't even really have a band. It was really just to have some fun. Mm-hmm. And next thing we knew, we're like, man, this sounds really cool, and we're really liking the way this is coming out. And so let's get a tour going. So we got a tour going. We didn't even have a band yet. So
Jesus Christ.
That's how Jan and at the time Tim came into play, because we were doing Europe. And we're like, okay, well, we got to find a band. So Chuck knew Jan from playing over there, and Jan knew Tim. And next thing you know, we're rehearsing in this little teeny chalet in Switzerland and doing our first gig in Spain with John Corabi and Bruce Kulick.
Corabi.
Yeah.
I love John Corabi. And Bruce Kulick. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Guys, it's fantastic player, both those guys. So it was really, really nice for them to, I mean, again, we weren't even really a band at the time. So It was nice for those guys to take the risk and bring us out with them.
How long did the theatrical part take? Was that an idea from the beginning, or did that kind of evolve?
I'm sure it was an idea from the beginning, especially in Chuck and obviously in Callie's mind.
Right.
But it really started to, it's always taking new form for, wherever part of the run we're doing. They're trying to keep some sort of theme to it. I'd say by, second tour, that's really when that all really started coming into play. Callie had a bunch of ideas, and again, it's not like we find our mark and stand there and do that. Especially when she's wheeling a bat, you might have to move occasionally, but it just keeps evolving. And then the last few runs, Chuck wanted to do something more thematic. Thematic, is that the right word?
Sure.
Thematic.
Thematic.
I should say.
There you go. We'll roll
for like the Monsters of Rock, and he came out with the grungy sailor and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the 2 of them truly played it off well.
Is there ideas where it's like, oh, this is really cool, but it's too close to something that Alice would do?
No, I wouldn't say that, because I think we are our own entity musically and stylistically as a band.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this really opened up the door for Callie to come in and really bring in some of the ideas that maybe she's had in the back of her head, or may not have maybe worked with her dad so much, but it's like the Beasto Blanco. There's 5 heads that make this beast.
Yeah.
And each one of them brings it. It's like what's that old anime cartoon that was out back in the 80s where each piece was like their own, like an whole member, but then
Is
they
it
came.
Voltron?
I think it may have been Voltron.
Is it Voltron or there was another one too? God, was it Voltron? I was such a Transformers geek. I couldn't watch anything else that was remotely like Transformers. So it was I would watch Transformers, and I would watch G.I. Joe, and then it was time for Saved by the Bell.
Right.
And then I'd have to go Voltron. Yes, Filazzo. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, Filazzo's still listening. That's,
Yeah!
Usually he pops in as Frohawk to get me to talk about Soundcheck Live, and then he disappears. So thank you, Filazzo. Did you crack the Jack Daniels yet, Mr. Filazzo? Yes, Voltron and G-Force.
I think it was G-Force is the one I'm thinking of, but yeah, it's one of those two. But anyway, that's what Beasto is like. You know, we're all independent, but yet we come together live and in the songwriting and recording, and we make this one entity.
Is it songwriting with you guys? Is it a total group thing?
Not total group. I mean, it's because of our distances that we have. I mean, one thing with Beasto is we're all over the place. So
right.
Chuck will send over riff ideas, song ideas. I'll send them to him, and then we'll kind of hone them in. And like this last record, Chuck had a good grip of material. And then when we got to the studio with our producer Ryan Green, we ripped it apart, picked everything apart like all musicians and producers do, and rewrote things and recollaborated. So that was. There was a strong collaboration with the three of us, but also our producer as well. I mean, he really dove in and just put us over our heads with a lot of things.
Is it is it tough doing it that way, like swapping ideas like via the internet and then getting together? Because like I'm sure back in the old days it was like you get together in a room and hey, what do you got? Oh, I got this. All right, cool. Let's try that.
It's not actually, because it's so easy to plug in and set up, and sometimes it's nice to hash out ideas when you're there by yourself, not boring everybody else around you with a riff or a melody or whatnot, and just be able to kind of get it down to where it's something presentable, and then you can send it off, and it's kind of like connecting the dots, or drawing a picture and passing it on. First person makes a line, hand that paper to the next person, and they do something different, and next thing you know, you've got this piece of art or a piece of shit,
right,
and you do what you can with it.
Yeah, it's like you're in the same room. Stop wanking! This is my idea.
right.
Oh, Filazzo, that's so sweet. He said he's waiting for me to crack open that Sinatra blend Jack Daniels.
There's a love affair going on.
There is. Yes, Scotty, we will be talking about the cruise and Monsters of Rock pre-party and all that kind of stuff coming up. But I think the coolest thing that Beasto did was Chuck's birthday video that you guys did.
For Chuck?
For Chuck.
Oh yeah. That was the brilliant idea of Callie right there. It was funny because when we were in, Ace was in that as well.
Yeah.
When we did that, Callie's husband was filming it, and I can't remember this comment will never leave my head because he's like, because I dressed up as Callie, she dressed up as Chuck, Ace was Jan, John Siren was playing Tim, and Kara was playing me, and I hear Jed say, "Boy, this certainly is a big fuck you to all you guys, right?" Because we were all just going, just ape shit. I was doing things for what I think Callie would do, and she was doing things what Chuck was doing, and it turned out to be a pretty good video.
Alice was in it.
Alice, yes.
Guys, go on YouTube after the show, after this podcast. Go on YouTube and just say, is it Beasto Blanco Chuck's birthday? Or I don't even know.
Yeah, you could probably just type in I Rise parody.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And ironically, Ace has been in your videos before.
Yes, he has. So
a lot of people don't know that.
Yes, yeah. So thank you, Ace. If none of us have thanked you, thank you. Since being our band is, part of it was in, Jan's in Europe. We couldn't get him out here because we didn't have the budget to get him out here to get him in for the video. So, we got Ace as our Jan stand-in. And, yeah, he was in, let's see here, Grind.
Yep, he was in Grind, yeah.
And also in the Frankenstein video. And I don't know if there was another one he was in. I think that's it, right? And the parody, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, Aaron Lee from Y&T checking in. Love you fuckers. See you guys soon.
Aaron,
hey, buddy. Gonna see you at NAMM, I assume. Bruce checking in again. Do you still talk with Tim now that Sean is the main drummer?
Yeah, not as much as, I think, we all are busy in life. I'm laying down trying to heal and I was going to try to make a stupid joke. Yeah, we're obviously still in touch and, still friends and wish the best for everything. Tim's got a lot of cool things going on over there in Europe with the band, with the Divas that he's playing with, and they're getting ready to release, if they haven't already released, their record and doing their thing, and we're doing ours over here.
Yeah, and you guys just got done recording it. Hi, Kathy. Kathy Fuchs.
Hey, Kathy.
Is it Fuchs? Is it Fuchs? Is it... I don't know how. Is it Fuchs? I don't. That last name always fucks me up because everybody pronounces it different. Fuchs. Everybody pronounces it different.
Okay, well, what was the amplifier company that was? It was Fuchs, right? Fuchs, the guitar amplifier company.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Kathy, type in a phonetic of your last name.
She just goes, "Oh my god." Izzy, way to win listeners by making fun of their last names. That's awesome. But yeah, you guys just recorded. Are you guys done recording?
Done recording. Done mastering. Just getting ready to release. We're shooting for April for our third studio release. We've got 4 out, but this will be our third studio release. So we're gearing up for it. Just announced the Hailstorm Tour.
Holy shit, nice.
So we'll be out with Hailstorm April and May.
Dude, that's huge.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're really excited about this run.
That's awesome.
So just getting a lot of things in play for this release, and hopefully see where, throw the shit against the wall and see what sticks.
Oh, that's the best way to do it. And Aaron's not going to NAMM, you big greasy vagina.
Will we see you at MRRC? Are they? I didn't even see the list.
I think Y&T's on there. Is Y&T on Monsters? Well, you guys aren't actually on the boat because you have shows.
We're doing the pre-party.
Doing the pre-party, yeah. Is Johnny Martin. Hi, brother Latham and sister Izzy. Thank you so much, Johnny Martin.
What's up, my bro?
Fucking Johnny. Oh, for a while.
Hey, at least you got your regulars here,
Yeah, exactly. It's so nice of my bandmates to listen to my show. Because Johnny's a main bass player in my Israeli tribute. So.
Dude, we were watching you when we were doing the Monsters of Rock last year, and all of us in Beasto Blanco were just sitting there standing back and saying, man, Johnny is such a badass. So kudos to you, brother.
Yes, Aaron and Y&T are on the boat.
Okay, excellent. Aaron, I'll see you this time. Last time, dude, please forgive me. I think I had a few drinks too many and probably made an asshole out of myself.
On the boat?
No, it was at the pre-party, man. We all hung out afterwards, and I got a little schnockered.
I think we all, that's what it's all about. It's the rainbow at sea.
It is. Very well. I like that.
Yeah. Are you guys going to be playing some of the new stuff?
Yes. Yeah, we're going to throw a few songs, the new record in there. So nice. It should be a fun show, I think.
Dude, I'm fucking stoked, man. Yeah, how hard is it? Because, Coop's always fucking touring.
Yeah.
Does it get frustrating sometimes? You're like, fuck, I want to go play, but obviously they got their main gig, Well, I'm not saying it in a bad way, obviously.
Yeah, no. It's I think it can be twofold. It's in one aspect, we could probably be getting out there and furthering the opening more doors with Beasto, but at the same sense, Chuck's been able to open up a lot of doors for Beasto because of that position.
Oh no, absolutely.
And who they're it's Cooper's no schlep with the gigs that he's doing.
Right.
It's so just Chuck being out there networking with so many people.
Right.
Because he's part of that, it's helped us out in a lot of ways.
Well, I think the other side of it too is you're not in every town every summer,
right?
So it kind of grows that fuck. I want these guys to come back.
Yeah,
I'll wait 2 years and all of a sudden, bam, I get to see them again. It kind of helps because there's bands out there and bands that I love to death, but it's like they'll fucking play the same town 3 times in a year. It's like
right.
You know what I mean? And they're hopefully they're not playing in Sheboygan. Oh, my God. Aaron says you were drinking JMO.
Yes. Yeah. Jan and I think we're sharing that bottle.
Yes, Jameson, the hipster whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah, washing it down with your PBR, twirling your mustache like your Doc fucking Holiday.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was in Scotland, I asked for, I think both Jan and I asked for some Jameson, man, and then we got taken out in the back alley and beat. Oh, wait a minute. We're in Scotland. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
yeah.
Thank you, Pat Fontaine. Yeah. Oh my God. My liver is not prepared. And we have 2 cruises before that.
Which
we do
one?
all of them.
Yeah. So wait, which ones are?
The Yes Cruise.
Oh, okay.
So Cruise at the Edge, and then every other year it's Moody Blues, but this year it's On the Blue, which is basically the same bands.
I heard that's a fun cruise.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
It is. It is a blast.
Yeah.
Because, dude, fucking the ELO Orchestra.
No, really? I didn't know
It's
that.
basically the original band minus Jeff Lynne.
Jeff Lynne.
And they're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just fucking great. I remember I was in the elevator with Alan Parsons last year.
So let me ask you this: Is the how's like the environment? Is it a little more like uptight compared to like?
Oh God, no. No, it's not Monsters because most of the people have us by about 20 years, but because it's an older crowd.
Yeah.
You know, but it's those old fuckers can party.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's like, and it's weird. You see the dynamic between Monsters and then Cruise of the Edge, which is the prog dorks, and then the Moody's crowd, which is a little bit older, but they're the older party people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're the OGs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, fucking Cruise of the Edge is like, it's basically a Dungeons and Dragons convention for music.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're nerds.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that in a bad way because they love it. But it's like, the party atmosphere is a little bit different.
It is. No, literally Dungeons and Dragons night on deck 5. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember the first run that we did, and it was literally back to back to back, off the boat, on the boat, off the boat, on the boat, off the boat, on the boat. Monsters was the first one. So we just got blown out. And then Moody's.
You must have been exhausted, dude. I'm surprised you just didn't sleep through the other two.
Well, then we had Moody's, and then we had Cruise of the Edge. And Cheap Thrill was on there. So it was Jeff LeBar. So I spent fucking 3 weeks with Jeff LeBar on a boat, which was awesome.
Yeah.
We became bros, and and Eric and Troy Patrick Farrell. And I remember it was the last night of Cruise of the Edge. It was the last night of the run, and we were so progged out. I was like, I can't hear keyboards anymore.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you over the keyboards. What's that?
Yeah, right. And it was, I mean, it's not a rip on these people because they're just so into the fucking music.
Yeah.
But we're progged out. We're done. And it's the last show and the last night, and we're sitting back at the bar. And I can't remember maybe it was Saga that was playing or something. Saga's like one of the bands.
What a great band they were, though.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. But it's like you can hear a pin drop in between songs because the crowd is just like, they're so into it.
Right.
They're so into it. And like I said, we're progged out. And I think I yelled Freebird.
And they probably pulled it off flawlessly.
Not a single person turned around. Not a single middle finger went in the air. Nothing. I don't know if they didn't get the joke.
Well, they're probably thinking something like, he'll get his, God will deal with him.
We'll get him when we're getting off the boat.
Don't tell him anything. We'll catch him by surprise and we'll throw him over the back end over there.
We'll summon Gandalf and
Right. No, they devised a plan, and it may not happen like then, but you still got to watch your back, brother.
Yeah, I know. Bruce says next time you're at Bannerman's, ask for Glen Morangi. That must be another one of those high-end whiskeys.
If it is, I may have had it because Christian at Bannerman's takes really good care of us. And basically, when I asked him for the Jameson, he just basically wanted to almost punch me in the face. But he was very forgiving, and he just handed me something, and it was so freaking good. And it may have been something like that because I'm remembering the name Glenn for some reason.
All right. See, I heard that Jameson is having this new promotion where they're actually handing out skinny jeans along with bottles of Jameson.
Is this for real?
No, it's a hipster joke.
Oh. Sounds because it's a good thing I moved to vodka.
Dude, there was Jack Daniels and cocaine.
Yeah. Well, going back, speaking of cruises, we are also going to be on the mega cruise.
Yes, you are. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I'm excited about this.
I am too.
All right, so are you part of that? Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna. That means
Dude, that's going to be a blast. I can just imagine what karaoke's going to be like on that one.
it's gonna be like a tsunami.
It's going to be unfucking believable.
Yeah, it's a trip. So we're only going to Ensenada, right? Do you know on that cruise?
I don't know. You know, they make this device that you can actually type shit in.
Oh,
And if only something like that worked.
a typewriter.
A typewriter, yes. All right, megacruise.com. All right, this is excellent radio by Googling on the radio is excellent. Excellent radio. All right, come on, load, you bitch. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Did you say when the Beasto record is coming out?
April.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Chuck said he was going to be on the show about a year ago.
Well, he was. Don't you remember? It was when you tried out that new. Hey, Steve, that Jack Daniels that you have, or the whiskey, whatever it is. It's not whiskey. Him and Chuck had a few tosses almost a year ago. Back when he was on the show.
We are going to Ensenada.
Yes.
And we are also going to the whale's vagina, San Diego.
Well, look at that. So, you know what I find interesting? We got 5 days on this thing, right?
Yep.
And we're going to an area where it only takes like 2.5 hours to drive.
I'm not complaining.
I'm not either. I think this is stellar. I'm looking forward to this.
I know, because, it's not like I've been to San Diego. Dude, when were you guys on Monsterwood?
No.
The one that came out of here?
No. I heard that was a good time.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
Ironically, not as much of a shit show as the other ones are. What the party wasn't as late night. I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was weird. But we went to Ensenada. But we also went to what's the fucking island?
The one out here off the coast here?
Yeah.
Catalina?
Yes. Yeah. Went to Catalina. I didn't get off the boat. I didn't even get off and see Catalina. I haven't been there yet.
Catalina's cool, man. It's there's not a whole lot to see there, but
right.
It's a cool little town, I should say, that they have on there that you can probably get through with your golf cart that you have to rent.
Yeah, absolutely. We probably should talk about the bands on the Mega Cruise since you guys are on it. Of course, headlined by Megadeth,
Yep.
Anthrax, Testament, Dragon Force, Overkill, Corrosion of Conformity, Devil Driver, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. Doro's on there. Nice. Oh, get a drink with Johnny D. Armored Saint. So we're going to have John Bush and Anthrax on the boat.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
It's going to be rad.
Yeah, John 5, Metal
Danko,
Church.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Metal
Danko
Church.
Jones right
Danko
there.
Jones, I've only heard good things. I've never actually listened to him or seen him. Hey, there's this band called Beasto Blanco. Metalachi. And get this, folks, More to Come.
They are so good. Have you ever seen More to Come?
That would be an amazing name of a band, wouldn't it?
More to Come.
One word, More to Come.
More to come.
I'm surprised there isn't.
There is now.
There is now. All right, man. People want to find you, social media, all that kind of good stuff. Where can they find you?
Yeah, you can go to beastoblanco.com. You can find us through all, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over it. So just type in Beasto Blanco and you'll find us.
Excellent. And the new record is coming out in April. Name of the record? Do you have a name of the record yet?
Name of the record, We Are.
We Are. First single coming out anytime soon? Anything to tease us with?
We will be, we'll be teasing you probably about, I'd say mid-February. Once all the ducks on the row, we just want to get everybody, we're going to shock the shit out of you. So,
excellent.
I think everybody's going to dig it.
Of course, you'll probably put it out while I'm on a boat.
We have time this. We talked to your producers and your management, and we said, perfect. While he's out of communication, we are going to release this because we just like to torture this.
How nice is that, being on the boat and just turning your phone off?
It's like being back in the 90s all over again.
Yeah.
Right? No, I mean, I make a joke, but it is nice.
It is.
To not have the electronic leash because you just have no reception out there. I mean, the only thing that I found is when we wanted to, Callie, where are you? You couldn't just call the room, and I couldn't get on the phone, and we could text each other. Meet us down at whatever. We'd have to kind of make our plans ahead of time.
Right. Well, they got that. You don't even have to pay for the Wi-Fi, but there's like an app that you can run through the Wi-Fi that's free that you can just text.
Without paying for the Wi-Fi on the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you got to school us on this one.
Yeah. I don't use it. I don't. The only thing I use my phone for on that boat is taking pictures.
Well, I can see,
that's it.
everybody knows who you are on those things. So for you, it's probably like, I just need to get away for a minute, and so don't contact me.
I saw somebody on the Monsters group had this great fucking idea though, where you make the your screensaver, your screenshot, put your room number on there. So if you lose your phone, people know to return it to that room number.
That's a really good idea.
I know.
And everybody's been so cool on that boat. I could see someone returning the phone.
Yeah.
And being honest like that,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a big family.
Yeah, it really is.
It is. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming in. You're
you for
welcome
having me.
anytime.
It's been an honor, truly.
Oh, stop.
Steve.
Yes, Steve.
Steve, if you can only see this right now, Steve.
It's only been an honor because Ferlazzo was listening. Oh, my God. Bruce says, see you at the pre-party. Kathy says, Kathy fucks. It's officially fucks. Renamed you fucks. Kathy fucks. I'm such a dick. Sorry. I'll be at the port in San Diego to hang with y'all. That's right, because she is there. Ferlazzo says, oh, boy. Scotty said that you were the first person to sign the guitar that he won. Signed it on the neck, so we can't play it for the fear of smudging the autograph.
Yes, I remember this because I think there was. I don't know if I was the first, Scotty, because I think that was the only little bit of real estate that was left on that guitar, if I'm mistaken, or if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I think he said you were the first one to play it, too.
Oh, okay. Well, I got that. All
right. And Scotty else says, can't wait for the new album. Seeing you guys live in April. Ferlazzo says, uh-oh. Yeah. We love you, Ferlazzo.
Yes, we do.
And Kathy says, fucks you, Izzy. All right. Gonna hit my outro music here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again, man.
Brother,
it's an honor.
You're welcome.
I
really do appreciate you thinking of me for this.
Dude, I've been wanting to get somebody from your camp in here and fucking say, dude, Latham's here.
I'm here.
Fucking make this thing happen. Yeah. All right, folks. Don't forget tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. California time. Live via satellite on the Monsters of Rock Radio Network, on the Dash Radio Network. I'll be back on. You guys missed it on Tuesday. You missed a hell of a show. Aiden Ashley, Adult Film Store, was in the studio co-hosting with me all morning long. That was a fucking blast. And I still have a boner, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so hit that. Hit up all the social media at Real Izzy Presley. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole fucking 9 yards. Like the show page, which is another effing podcast. And of course, make sure you come down to Lucky Strike, Hollywood and Highland next Wednesday. That is the 30th, ladies and gentlemen, because of course the hugest star is going to be there, and that's me, the mega host, Izzy Presley. I'm kidding. That's right. Nuno Betancourt is returning, and he always puts on an amazing show. And give Ferlazzo a hug. He likes hugs. He really, really, really likes hugs, especially from strangers who are sweating. So there's that. Don't forget, what I lack in talent, I do make up for in cock. I think I have Eddie Trunk next week. It's another fucking podcast.
Request the cookies at live.